5 years after the spectacular canonization of the martyrs and their subsequent inscription on the saints' roll, Uganda wrote a golden page in history when Pope Paul VI, who had canonized the Uganda martyrs, became the first Roman Catholic pontiff to go out of the Vatican gates on a foreign trip to Africa, and more particularly to Uganda. It was no longer a myth, but reality now. A pontiff was on the soil of the Pearl of Africa, and in his first statement at Rubaga Cathedral, he proclaimed, "By now, you Africans are the missionaries to yourselves." The historical papal visit had come months after the 1966 crisis that saw the ouster of then-President Kabaka Mutesa and the subsequent takeover of Apollo Milton Obote, then Prime Minister, as president. A dark cloud was hovering over Uganda in the midst of sainthood. Nevertheless, the visit did shine a light on Namugongo, which was the place of the martyrdom. It would later cause elevation and construction of the Martyrs Basilica and subsequently pilgrimage to Namugongo sites, as seen today on 3rd of June.
In the 60s, the late 60s, when Pope Paul was coming here to Uganda, there was even a song by the locals here, because even if you ring the Pope, he doesn't even pick the phone. But the song here was, "Abajulizi, abajulizi, batuletera papa twandi musanzewa."
2 decades later, another pontiff, Pope John Paul II, set foot in Uganda, invited by the government and Cardinal Emmanuel Wamala. Upon receiving the Pope at the airport, he went to Nile Hotel, now Serena Kampala Hotel, for an official state banquet before relocating to the Pope Nuncio's residence in Mbuya. It was during this visit that the Pope declared the Catholic shrine a minor basilica. And yet, after another 2 decades, Uganda had a third papal visit, Pope Francis, in 2015. And while his visit was to the Pearl of Africa, the destination was Uganda Martyrs Shrine, Namugongo. Upon touching Uganda soils from Kenya, the Pope headed to Munyonyo Martyrs Shrine, erected in memory of the place where the journey of martyrdom started after King Mwanga had sentenced his kingsmen. Here, he knelt at the famous torture tree, saying a prayer that went up to the heavens for the saints to rejoice. The third papal visit was a record breaker, as no country ever had such a number of pontiffs visiting. Pope Francis's visit also came just after Uganda marked 50 years of the martyrs as saints. And for this, Uganda goes down the memory lane as a blessed country, one with the biggest number of saints due to martyrdom, and one blessed by the Vatican.